Hi, my name's Pete Gallagher from PJG Creations and welcome to another short tutorial video on loading Visual Basic with Visual Studio 2012. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the basics of logic. Where we'll begin is with an if-else-endif statement. This allows us to execute code conditionally. So we'll go back to Visual Studio and we'll create a new project. Again, we'll use a WPF application simply because we can. So I'm going to call this Logic Basics. So we're going to create an application which is going to be very similar to one in a previous video, where we'll add a button, and we'll add a text box, and then we can quickly name our text box. Remove the text, name our button, just call it button, and check. And what we're going to be interested in doing here is that when the user presses the check button, we want to see if there's actually any text in there, in our text box. If there is text in it, we just want to show what the user's entered in there. If there isn't any text in it, we want to tell them to enter some text in the text box. So we'll go in here again. We're in the code behind, and this is what's going to happen when we press our command button. So let's just give ourselves a little bit of space. We need to find out if there's any text in the text box. So we say if text input.text equals, and that's a string, nothing. So it's quite simple to see that there's nothing in between those two quotes. So if they haven't entered anything, then we need to say please enter something in the text box. That's quite simple, isn't it? But of course we've decided that if they have entered something, then we want to be able to show that in the message box. So this is where the else statement comes in. Basically, if the user hasn't entered anything in the text input text box, then we pop up a message box saying please enter something in the text box. Else, or otherwise, we want to show what's in the text box. So again, another message box, and here we're just going to show text input.text, and that should be it. So let's try running the application, shall we? And here it is. So here's our text box, and if we don't enter anything and press the check button, we get a message box saying please enter something in the text box, as we'd expect. So let's see if the other condition works. If we say hello world again here and press check, then we get hello world. So that's executing this line of code. In a further video, I'm going to introduce breakpoints, and we can use this as a small tutorial towards figuring out exactly where the code is executing. But for now, we'll leave you with it. I've been Pete Gallagher for PJG Creations. Thanks very much for watching the video. If you've enjoyed it and found it useful, please do subscribe to my channel. Thanks very much. Bye.